Good evening, I'm Macy Marie. An 8-year-old Texas girl is back home, safe with her family tonight, just hours after she was snatched in broad daylight as she and her mother went for a walk. A suspect is under arrest and 2 people who helped police find her are being called heroes. Molingi has the latest.
8-year-old Salem Sabatko was rescued from a hotel room hours after police in Texas say she was abducted while on a walk with her mother.
As you can see, there is a smile on my face. I'm here to report that Salem has been found safe.
The kidnapping was caught on a neighbor's door cam Saturday evening in the Fort Worth suburb of Forest Hill when a man in a passing car snatched Salem. Police say the suspect, identified as 51-year-old Michael Webb, pushed Salem's mother out of the car as she tried to hold on to her, and the car took off with the girl. Police issued an Amber Alert and posted her photo on social media. The break in the case came when 2 unidentified local church members went looking for Salem. They found the suspect's gray Ford in a nearby hotel parking lot.
There are heroes tonight, I'll tell you that. Fort Worth officers arrived on scene. They did breach one of the doors here and was able to locate Salem safely.
The suspect was arrested and is being held without bond. Authorities say Salem was calm and appeared to be in good condition. She was taken to a hospital for observation and returned to her family. Molingi, CBS News, New York.
Webb was being held without bond.
Today was not too bad of a day to get outside and enjoy it. However, those clouds did start to increase heading towards the evening hours, and the rain chances increase as well. Let's go ahead and check on our satellite and radar right now. We're seeing just some light showers throughout the region and mostly cloudy skies. We're going to continue this trend throughout the evening and overnight hours. Just some light showers. That's all we're really going to be dealing with. Over in Whitesburg, it's a pretty calm night out there right now. We're dealing with those mostly cloudy skies and a few passing showers, and those temperatures are a little bit on the cooler side. Some of us still though in the 70s, but where the rain has fallen, we are into the 60s. So we're going to continue that cooling trend, especially as that rain works through, as well as that cold front. So your Twitter topics for tonight: we are dealing with that cold front. It's working to bring us a few showers. We're already getting in on that action, but any relief in the temperature and humidity department, I'll tell you more about that in my full forecast in just a little bit. Macy.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Definitely feeling like summer out there today. And we're only 2 days away from primary election day. Candidates are crisscrossing the state trying to get their last-minute messages out. But even with big races on the ballot, some Kentuckians will not even bother with the polls. Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes says only about 12.5% of registered voters will cast their ballot on Tuesday.
A little over 400,000 folks out of 3.4 million.
Her office uses absentee ballot totals as an indicator of turnout on Election Day. She says the state's number of registered voters is above average, but they cannot have their voices heard if they don't go out and vote. Election Day again is on Tuesday. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. He'll always be part of Big Blue Nation. Tonight, UK President Ely Capitoa is reacting to the loss of a high school senior planning to attend UK. 18-year-old Kirk Nairn died in a car crash just hours before his graduation. As Chelsea Jones shows us, while he was not there to walk across the stage, his classmates made sure he was not forgotten.
Abingdon High School had its graduation Friday night, an event filled with excitement and also grief.
Tonight, we gather for a time of celebration as we recognize and honor the class of 2019. However, we are also deeply saddened by the untimely passing of 2 members of this class during their senior year.
Kirk Nairn was supposed to be here, but he died just hours before the graduation when his car hit the rear of a tractor trailer on Interstate 81.
Whether it be tough exams or times of loss, there's never been a time that we have not had each other to carry us through.
Nairn had accepted an ROTC scholarship to UK. He was planning to start in the fall.
It is my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2019.
In a statement, UK President Ely Capitoa said in part, quote, though he won't be with us in the fall pursuing his commitment to ROTC and his interest in international studies, he and his family always will be a part of our Big Blue Nation.
When faced with difficulty, Abingdon High School finds a way to come together.
He'll also be a part of the Abingdon, Virginia community. The moment when Nairn's name was called,
Kirk Edward Nairn.
a standing ovation from his fellow classmates at Field Stadium. In Lexington, Chelsea Jones, WKYT.
Funeral services are scheduled for Wednesday. A mini music festival was held right here in the mountains today. The Floyd County Community Foundation hosted the Sunnyside Mountain Jam at the Jenny Wiley Amphitheater. Many people came out to enjoy the good old country music. All of the proceeds made today went to the Floyd County Animal Shelter.
We're focusing on the Floyd County Animal Shelter, which has been in existence for a long time and do a wonderful job taking care of animals. But they need some things there. They actually need a new building if we can help them get that.
For more information on how you can donate to the animal shelter, you can log on to our website at WIMT.com. Sometimes the journey in life can be rough. Starting with 8 members in 2016, The Table in Louisa has a humble beginning. As the church began to grow, they moved to different locations to fit their need for more space. Lead pastor Matt Brown says the members of the church are what keeps it going.
And I believe that part of that growth is because of the compassion and the generosity that has been being lived out in the people that are coming to the table.
Today's message was about fighting against all odds. Pastor Brown knows about the feat all too well. Between battling addiction and a near divorce, he's thankful to live a sober life now. If you want to learn more about The Table, you can head over to our website. One person was taken to the hospital after they were pinned under a train in downtown Columbus, Ohio yesterday evening. The first call came in shortly after 5 p.m. in the area of West Rich Street and Starling Street. Columbus Fire Chief Steve Martin says the woman was hit and drugged by the train engine and was pinned underneath as a result. She was taken to Grant Medical Center where she underwent emergency surgery. The victim remains in stable but critical condition and is expected to survive her injuries. Tomorrow, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice is set to appoint a law firm investigator to fill a vacancy in the House of Delegates. The governor's office said in a news release that Justice on Monday will appoint Chuck Little to the 9th District seat, which serves Wirt and Wood counties. It is a first for Republicans. Michigan Congressman Justin Amash is calling for Congress to move against President Trump, accusing him of obstructing justice. Amash wants him impeached, joining a chorus of Democrats demanding the same. And as for President Trump, he noticed and fired back. Weijia Jiang is at the White House.
In more than a dozen tweets, Congressman Justin Amash made his case that the Mueller report shows President Trump has engaged in impeachable conduct, and it includes multiple examples of conduct satisfying all the elements of obstruction of justice. Attorney General William Barr drew the opposite conclusion.
The evidence developed by the special counsel is not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense.
Amash said Barr has deliberately misrepresented Mueller's report. President Trump accused Amash of having an ulterior motive, getting his name out there through controversy. He also tweeted, defending himself, no collusion and ultimately no obstruction, adding Justin is a loser who sadly plays right into our opponent's hands.
It's very disturbing. This is exactly what you would expect from Justin. He never supported the president, and I think he's just looking for attention.
For the most part, Republicans have unified around the president.
And the special counsel's finding is clear. Case closed.
And Democratic leaders are hesitant to call for impeachment, arguing there's no chance it would pass the GOP-controlled Senate.
We see no signs of that yet.
But on Face the Nation, Representative Adam Schiff, chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, said the process may be a tool to find answers.
If the only way that we can do our oversight is through an impeachment proceeding, then maybe we have to go down that road.
Democratic leaders have said they think Congress can work together despite this tension over the Mueller report. On Wednesday, they're planning to meet with President Trump here at the White House for part 2 of their talks about a sweeping $2 trillion infrastructure bill. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, the White House.
A roadside bomb hit a tourist bus near the Giza pyramids on Sunday. At least 17 people were hurt, including some tourists. Officials say the bus was traveling on a road close to the construction site of the Grand Egyptian Museum, which is located adjacent to the pyramids, but is not yet open to tourists. The bus was carrying at least 25 people, most of them from South Africa. 5 foreigners were killed during a plane crash near the island of Roten on Saturday. The incident occurred as the small U.S. registered plane was departing from Roten Airport. 4 of the 5 people killed were United States nationals. The Navy, National Police, and firefighters recovered 4 bodies and another individual who was taken to a local hospital but later died from his injuries. With just a week to go before EU elections, thousands of people took to the streets across Germany in support of Europe on Sunday. Marchers hope to motivate others to vote as they are concerned about the rise of the far right. People gathered in Berlin, Frankfurt, and Leipzig, some even on tractors. Hundreds in Haiti took to the streets of the capital on Saturday to demand the resignation of the U.S.-backed President Jovenel Moïse. Young protesters lit car tires on fire and clashed with security forces in riot gear, who fired tear gas toward the protesters. Previous protests have led to dozens of deaths and clashes between protesters and police and left some businesses shut down for days, gravely damaging an economy already struggling with high inflation and worsening fuel shortages. And still to come on Mountain News Weekend Edition. Over in Richmond, people paid their respects by putting flags on veterans' graves today. Plus, a new era begins tomorrow for CBS This Morning when longtime co-host Gayle King welcomes her 2 new co-hosts. We'll have more on that coming up next.
A cold front is bringing us a few showers tonight. I'll let you know when the dry conditions return in my full forecast in just a few minutes.